Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. So let's talk about Sheila and Lee for a minute. There's one point where, Lee is lying on the ground and she was unconscious for some time and she wakes up and she was like, oh, you knocked me out or something like that. And then when she got up, she was like, don't do that again. I'm like, did she really just tell a psychopath to not do that again? I was like, are you not aware that you're not in control of the situation? I thought that you being on the ground would have told you that, but okay, boo. So what Lee decides to do is Lee decides to play Sheila. She's all like, oh well, she needs. I mean, he needs both of his moms, and you're just as important, and you gave birth to him, and I'm just like, okay, now normally this whole 180 shouldn't work on Sheila, but this is a soap opera. And soap operas, you have this thing called plot. Okay? Well, let's be honest, most shows you have this thing called plot. Plot is a very powerful thing. Plot will carry you through some stuff that you would sit there and think, there's no way they could possibly do that. Oh, you said the plot? Oh, why didn't you say so? Plot will sit there and go through everything. Okay? It'll go through common sense. It'll go through logic. And I feel like here's the thing, even though that Sheila's crazy, Sheila is not stupid. For the most part, she's not stupid. The plot will make her stupid when they need to make her stupid. But for the most part, she's not stupid. But for some odd reason, she seems like I wouldn't sit there and say she's totally trusting Lee, but she's open to the possibility. And it's probably mostly to do with the fact that, she's been having this fantasy in her head for so long that Lee's all like, oh, you could be part of Finn's life and, you're his mother and stuff like that. You gave birth and you're just as important. It's making her think, you know what? I know this is a trap, but this sounds really nice though. I mean, hell, there's one point where Lee actually hugs her, and I'm just like, Lee, you're laying it on a little thick there. You're hugging her now? You're hugging them. Alright. A couple of times that, Lee's there saying, well, how could you love him? You've hurt him. And she was like, it's an accident. I was like, she's been saying it's been an accident since day one. I don't even understand. If you love him, how could you hurt him like that? Have you heard what an accident is called? It's called an accident. But now she's all like, I really do need medical supplies and I have to stay with him. But you're needed too. And then she's all like, oh, well, I can't sit there and go to jail. I mean, like I can go to jail too. I signed his birth certificate, his death certificate and everything like that. And I have my license to lose. And I'm just like, somewhere in her head, I'm just sitting there thinking that somebody's sitting there screaming, it's a trap. It's a trap. Don't do it. It's a trap. But, if that plot needs to get there, we will get there. We don't care how. It doesn't matter. We will get there. So, that's pretty much where it ends off. Now, talk about Hope and Eric for a minute. I got problems with it. I mean, granted, there's one thing that she does say that makes sense, but I have problems with the whole thing. Okay? Because at the end of the day, who are you to sit there and be lecturing Donna on what she's doing? How does this affect you in any shape, way, or form? That's the part that just pisses me off. And when she's all like, oh, I still believe in the sanctity of marriage, I'm just like, girl, shut your dumb ass up. I mean, my whole thing is like, yeah, that may be true and everything like that, but it's none of your business. Okay, yeah, you found out because you walked in on it. But I mean, for you to be sitting there coming to somebody and lecturing them and giving your opinion, your thoughts about it, and questioning them when it's none of your goddamn business in the first place, I have a problem with it. Okay, I have a genuine problem when someone decides to start interjecting their opinions and their thoughts and their feelings into something that, well, this person didn't ask you to do. You know, this is the problem with this whole freedom of speech. Yeah, you have a right to freedom of speech, and I have a right to sit there and call you every single name in the book, and then some. And that's my issue right there. That is my genuine issue. Now she does sit there and say it's not fair to Donna because she's like, I want to make sure you're not taking advantage of him. I mean, of her. Now my whole thing is, if she would have came at that from the start, instead of Donna, what are you doing? I still believe in the sanctity of marriage and Queen and blah, 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 blah. Shut up. Shut up. If she would have came at a more concerning route of I want to make sure he's not taking advantage of you because you've been liking him for years and stuff like that, I would have been behind that. Okay? That would have made sense to me because that is her family right there. And I can understand that she cares about her and she wants to make sure that Eric or any other man is not taking advantage of her. And I would have been behind that. But not this sanctimonious, this crap that she just, no, shut up. Shut up. I don't give a damn about your freedom of speech and your opinion because no one asked for it. But she does sit there and help him realize that he needs to make a choice because it's not fair to both women, which is true. And it ends off there. Now, Ridge, I'm going to be honest, Ridge and Taylor didn't really do too much of anything. Ridge is angry, he's upset. Well, angry and upset is the same thing. He's all like, oh, they had him and they let her go, and how did this happen? And I understand his anger and his frustration. I just think we've been dealing with it for like, what, 3 days now? And it's getting a little kind of old. Okay? It's getting a little kind of old. It's one of those things like, I know that time passes in soap opera land, but in the real world, everyone else is at, I've been hearing like 3 or 4 days of him complaining and bitching about the same thing, and I'm just kind of over it at this point. Just really over it. He texts Lee, gets nothing. He's worried about Lee, but Taylor's like, oh, she's a doctor, she's saving lives. hmm Now, Carter and Quinn, it's literally on repeat. Okay, Quinn is looking at a gem. Carter flirts with her. She's all like, "You can't do that," but I never turn down a compliment. We can't do this. I don't want to hurt Eric. And then Carter's all like, "No, I gotta shut this down. I can't." This is after of another 5 minutes of inappropriate conversations with somebody else's wife. Okay, just another one of those inappropriate conversations that goes nowhere. He realizes it goes nowhere. He feels hurt. He feels angry or desperate or something. And he's all like, I gotta sit there and shut this down. I gotta be with Paris. Yeah, I gotta be with Paris. Yeah. Because even though I really liked her, eh, it's kind of like a chew toy. I just kind of got over it. But I gotta sit there and bury my feelings deep down inside. He's the best way to do that, and I feel like there's an inappropriate joke, and I'm just not going to say it. But the point is, rinse and repeat with those two. Yeah, I think that's about it for the most part. I really do. It was weird because, like, I was watching this towards the end, with Lee and Carter. I mean, yeah, Lee and Sheila Carter. Anyway, I was sitting there watching it, and like, I didn't even realize it was over. Like, while just hearing Lee and Sheila talking, and then like towards the end, it was just over, and I was just like, wait, that's it? I don't know. I think halfway through like their conversation, because I'm just like, In my head, I'm like, Sheila, I can't believe you're actually even sitting there falling for this. Oh, and they call Baker, and Baker doesn't really have anything to, so, um, but yeah, I'm sitting there listening to it. I'm just like, I can't believe she's sitting there, like, believing her so far. And then it's off, and I'm just like, wait, that's it? It's like, wait, that's it? Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, I guess that's it. So yeah, with that being said, I think that's about it. Yeah, so with that being said, I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. Be safe. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. See you in the next video.